speaker. Hello.
Hi.
Congratulations on finishing in P2.
Thank you.
Phenomenal race. Really clever strategy. You and Vanya seem to be on a very similar strategy. Was that pre-planned?
No, I think he didn't plan to because I saw him go out on the ultra softs in quali, but he crashed obviously, so he got the shoes then. But I don't think he would be able to do it if he had qualified on the ultras.
Yeah. It was interesting to see that you both pitted at exactly the same time, which was phenomenal to see. So very impressive stuff.
I was surprised by that actually because I thought because he didn't have to qualify on the tires, I thought he might do 1 or 2 more laps. But he didn't. I think though I might have overdid it on the fuel. I think I was a bit too heavy at the start of the race to really to follow Vanier's pace, so to speak.
Yeah, no, understood. Towards the end of the race, you were coming up very quick on Jordan, who seemed to be really struggling with his tyres.
Yes, I almost hit him, and then I cut the corner, and then I got a penalty. So I figured he might stay 3 seconds behind me, but luckily for me, he went into the pit straight after.
I was very lucky. I was quite surprised by it personally. I think with the fact that you had your penalties, he had the opportunity to be able to hold on and potentially snatch that position from you if you couldn't build up enough of a gap.
Yeah,
but
I don't think he knew I had the penalty because I only got it like a quarter lap before he went into the pits anyway.
That is a very fair, valid point. I suppose in his position it was, I need to just finish the race, never mind finish in a better position.
Yeah, and I never see penalties for other people, and I don't, maybe he didn't listen to the stream. I didn't listen to the stream. I thought it might be too distracting if you were saying you were following me.
Yeah.
The commentator's curse would strike, so.
Yeah, it's quite off-putting to be told what's going on while it's going on to you, but with a slight delay.
It's even worse.
No, that's worse. Yes. No, plus we two in the Jordan and me, we can keep each other updated on what's happening around us. So we know most of the time. And he was listening to you, so he could tell me about the penalties.
Oh, I see. Clever. So, speaking of John, you had a bit of an interesting race. There were a few moments where it was a bit squeaky bum time, but other than that, it seemed to be getting a lot better for you. How was the race for you?
Well, I think it was pretty nice. I told Bika because like way faster than me at this track, and I just told him I'll get the points home, and so did I. I wanted to stay like 3 seconds behind Gooby, but because I knew he had a penalty, because I heard it from your stream, from the commentating, and then I wanted to stay, but the tires just like went off, and I couldn't stay behind him.
Yeah, I did notice you seemed to be struggling towards the end, but you still came home, you still brought some points home, which is more than can be said about the Renault drivers. But we'll dodge around that at the minute. Maybe we'll catch an interview with them if either of them decide to hop into a channel, but
yeah,
we'll see. They're probably a little bit butthurt, to be honest, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, but, we're just going for the constructors, so we'll see.
So that was the first race of the Rwagnation Online Championship.
Yeah,
are you excited for the remainder of the league?
Yeah, of course. It's gonna be nice.
Good. Next week is Bahrain.
Yeah.
Any hidden strategies?
I like Bahrain.
Yeah, I'm better at Bahrain than Australia, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Wow, some big claims. We expect some big things out of Ferrari.
It will be a more interesting race, I think, even because it's very hard on tires. I think it's not really possible to do a one-stop there. So I think we will see more different strategies there.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Well, thank you for spending time with us. We are going to hop over to Max in the Force India.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Max, talk to us. What happened?
Right, so at the start of the race, I was on my ultras from quali, and my rears were literally like a steak on a saucepan. They were cooked. They had like 90% worn.
Wow.
Lucky I didn't have the puncher. And then I thought, oh, I'll jump on softs. Because Gooby, I was thinking about the softs all race, thinking about the one stop. Then Gooby went in. I didn't realize I had no front wing. So I went in with him. later to realize he went on the super softs and I went on the softs. So I thought, oh, I'm not making this. So I pulled a 9-10 second gap from Gooby once I passed him. I thought, oh, I'll pit and go for it. So I pitted, got a stop go penalty, and then jumped on the super softs and just pulled away.
There was a very good overtake by yourself on Gooby actually at one point. It was a bit squeaky bum time. Gooby did actually get knocked off the track, but we have declared it as a racing incident, so there will be no further investigation on that situation. Did it feel good doing the overtake?
I thought when I saw his wheels going to the left, I thought, oh, I've hit him. I was contemplating about giving the position back, and but he went off, so I just left him and went.
Understood. You did do a very good drive. I made the decision that it looked as though, from my perspective, there was when you went down the inside, there was a light little touch between the two of you, which destabilized the cars. But then you both pulled away from each other, and then to try and restabilize your car. But as you did that, you came back in on each other, then hit each other even harder, which then sent Gooby off the track. He didn't spin, but he did end up running off wide, and then obviously you had the road to run off on, so you actually had grip and was able to maintain that speed. So we are holding it as a racing incident, but it was very good to watch, and you do just need to refine that aggression just a little bit more. Make sure that you stop taking people out. I mean, good race, really well done.
Just well done to Joan and Gooby for attempting to keep up. Kappa.
Max, you owe me some new underwear for your driving through turn 11 and 12, by the way. The amount of times I just saw your back end going, he's got, oh wait, no, he's got it back again. Oh,
I come along the straight in 8th and drop it down to 7th and flat through it.
Well, Max, good luck for next week in Bahrain. Congratulations on getting P4, I think it was, in Australia. And hope to see you again soon. But we have an exclusive interview with Renault. Let's go. Furball.
Furball.
I'll let you take this one away, Amkasa. Go.
Oh, am I doing proper commentator voice?
Yeah.
So Furball, what went wrong with your strategy today? None of you guys seemed to finish. Was it just you had no luck on those corners and those tyres?
I have no idea how exactly Vegas crashed out.
Vegas crashed out by being Vegas.
Vegas crashed out doing exactly the same thing you did.
That's unfortunate. I don't know. I had a horrible race, and even worse qualifying. Actually, is that even possible? So I crashed out in qualifying because I messed up. Then I went into the race and had a yellow front wing after turn 1. Went into the pits, got the soft compound, went out and crashed.
Well, you lasted longer than Vegas did, which is always a plus side thing in my eyes. But were you just struggling to get grip on those softs, or were you just trying to catch up too much and you just went a bit wrong?
Neither of those actually. Like, there's this quick chicane, the left-right, after which I crashed out. Yep. If you take the right-hander too hard, if you take the curbs too hard, it just absolutely throws you into the wall. There's not a lot you can do.
Turn 12, yeah. Just before the DRS, and you try and take.
Yep.
You can almost take it flat. You used to be able to take it flat anyway, before they made the cars as ridiculous as they did. That used to be a flat corner, and it was actually really fun. Now it is just dangerous, in my eyes. The amount of people we see lose it after coming off turn 12 is ridiculous.
It was fine in F1 2017, but in F1 2018 with the harder curbs, it's just, it's dangerous. Basically, it's hard to not crash out there.
Even the pros crash out there, don't they, Reggie?
So anyway, Furball, you had a very interesting start to the race. Unlucky for the positions of Renault overall. We haven't got Vegas to have a conversation with, but Are you expecting bigger, better things at Bahrain next week?
We have to look at the positive things, and I guess it can't go any worse. So
Well,
it will go better in Bahrain. I'm pretty sure about that.
you're going to be
It's
putting in
not
a lot of
apparent.
practice.
You know, Vegas and I, we both trained very hard for today. We poured in hours and hours for today's race, and it's really disappointing that we both crashed out so early. And I guess we might put in more work for next week.
I think I would, if I was in your shoes, I would be putting in a lot of work to make sure that you don't crash out again. But thank you for having us. It's been emotional, and I look forward to watching you race next week.
Yep.
Take care, dude.
You too.
Cheers, Febo.
Bye.
Hello,
Hello.
boys. First off, let's start with Vania. Vania, congratulations on your race victory.
There you go, Vania.
Thank you.
Vania, you've earned that. Enjoy that one.
I do.
I don't think Vania actually has seen what you've done, Amkasa, so I will announce it. Amkasa has gifted a tier 1 sub to Vania.
Congratulations, man. I'm not going to do that every race. I'm telling you that now. That's just a one-off.
I'll see you that next race, yeah? When Jordan
Oh,
when
it's
Jordan
like
gets
3
it.
months from next time.
But Amkasa, thanks
Next
for
race,
thanks for giving the sub to Vania. But Vania, congratulations on your race victory. You had the strategy of champions. How do you feel?
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a really tough and intense race, but I felt that I have a lot of confidence, especially in the first third of the race. I don't know, maybe it was the setup that it just fits better to a heavier car, and it was, yeah, it felt good, the car and the grip, and I saw that I only lost like 5 seconds coming from P10 to P2, and so I thought, yeah, I have a good chance of winning the race even.
So I want to just discuss your qualifying, because I think, if I put this as politely as possible, that was probably the worst qualifying you've ever done.
Yeah,
But that wall
kinda.
is claiming lives. How do you feel that your qualifying went? What went wrong?
It was a mix of less grip than I expected, and yeah, I I must say I was a bit nervous, and yeah, then I just missed the apex, went too wide, came on the grass, and then it was faster gone than I expected. Yeah, so it wasn't
Understandable.
intentional.
Absolutely.
Did you
That
have
that wall
us
is
watch-
claiming lives. Sorry, Kasuga.
Did you have us on? Were you listening to us as it was happening? Is that what made you extra nervous? That you knew we were sat on top of you, watching you go around those corners, or
No, I
you
don't
just-
know. Maybe I just had in mind that it's no, yeah, now I have to, and yeah, that was it. I don't know. Even in the race, as I came up to George, I got a bit nervous again, but then I just took a deep breath and drank something, and yeah, then it was good.
What was your magic alcohol or beverage?
It's really good tap water.
Wow.
we call it council pop. That's what we call it.
Council. Oh,
But Vania, congratulations again on your victory here at the Australian Grand Prix. Next week is Bahrain. Are you all set and ready to go?
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to this track. I don't like it. It's a little bit boring, and I'm not too good at it. So yeah, let's see what the race will bring.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Vania. But
Vania?
Gooby's here.
Ruggygasms in chat. Go for Ruggygasms, Vania. Go.
Yeah, do it. You can do it now. You can do it, Vania. Smash the
You know
raggygasms
how
in
to do
chat.
it.
Gooby.
Yep.
How there was some interesting moments in there. There was a moment where you got a little bit of a nudge and it sent you off the track. Tell us what was going through your mind as you was taking those corners.
But just first of all, I'd like to apologize for my English because I'm not English, I'm French.
Don't worry about it. We all have our cross to bear.
So this race was a little bit disappointing from my side. The collision with it was Max, I think.
Yeah.
It was a little bit strange because like I had my nose just before him and he tapped me a little bit and so I went off track. But it's okay. I don't know what you say. It just was a racing accident, but other than that, my strategy was very bad. Like they put me on soft on the first pit stop, and I wanted to go on super soft. No, it's the contrary. I wanted to go on super soft, and they put me on soft. No.
I see. So bit of
It was
there'll be some
the other way
stern
around.
words had when you get back
Yeah.
to the team.
And so I had no pace because Australia is not a good track for me. And then I took one penalty. It was fair. I just went off track, but the other one on the pit was it was it was not my fault. I think, but oh,
Yeah, I agree. I
it's
think it was a bit unfortunate from both sides. It has been ruled as a racing incident. I thought, well, Max has also had a warning as well to just get him to calm the aggression down a little bit. But without these dangerous moves, without these attempts, we wouldn't have racing. We would just have Scalextrics. So it's good to have this. It's good to see that people are willing to put their race on the line for a position. It was just unfortunate that in this case you were the one who lost out.
oh, it's okay. I don't mind. It's just a race. So
Yeah. Speaking of races, next week Bahrain. What are your thoughts?
it should be better. I like this track. Sorry. I'm fast, not as fast as Gerard or Vanier or the tough guys, but I think I could go a bit further at the grid. Like maybe I can do P4, maybe P3 if I'm lucky, but it should be good for me.
Brilliant. Well, we look forward to watching you race. Thank you guys for having us. Again, congratulations on your positions and some very valuable Constructors' Championship points. I do believe, I need to double check, but I do believe that puts you in P1 on the Constructors' standings, so it's looking good at the start of the online championship. There are still 20 races to go after this, so you've got a long way to go before we reach the end. But congratulations again. We are now going to Mercedes.
Yeah.
I thought.
Gentlemen.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Right.
Hello. Let's start off with Samurai first of all. Samurai. That
No
was
further comments at this time.
in the nicest way. That race could have gone better.
Could have gone worse.
It
Gonna have
definitely.
to have a serious sit down with my team and have a serious discussion, and let's see what went wrong. But no further comments at this time.
I do
For
want to
what I-
first off thank you
Go on.
for stepping in for default. You did save
Yeah,
Mercedes
no
from
problem.
having a driverless race, but and also given the fact that you didn't have a great deal of practice, you were just sort of dragged in at the last second. So I don't want to be too harsh on your driving performance of that race. I think it'd be unfair to do that.
What
But,
can I say? I was sitting in a Mercedes bus, just chilling out, and the next minute I know I'm being dragged out from the toilet and then shoved in a car. So there you go.
So we'll need to have a conversation offline in regards to the racing seat. My thoughts currently are
Well, my
that.
dad just bought the team, so I've got a dedicated seat.
Right, Lance. How's it going?
But in my opinion, I think you'll be sitting in this seat, providing you're up for it and happy to continue.
Definitely. Look forward to it.
So, given that situation, then Australia wasn't great. Bahrain next week. Are we going to see better things?
Bahrain. I'm a fan of Bahrain.
So,
Hopefully
so is that a yes then?
Hopefully so. I'm going to be putting a little bit of practice in.
Good.
A lot of people said they're a fan of Bahrain. It's quite interesting. I personally, I prefer the Australian Grand Prix to Bahrain.
It's I don't like
But maybe I'm
Bahrain
just
track.
used to it. But Samurai, I saw from my commentary box that your team had actually put the wheels on the wrong way round. They put the fronts and the backs in the front, the backs in the front. Did you notice that from your cockpit? Is that what was causing you all the issues?
I think it might have been. I don't know what they were doing, but we're going to have a serious discussion.
The front's on the back and the back's on the front.
I hear you got Nico
Jesus.
Rosberg's engineers, so maybe that's what went wrong.
Nico Rosberg would have actually won the championship and then left straight away, so he didn't get smashed in the face. But Samurai, thank you very much for joining us today, and we look
You're
forward to seeing you
welcome.
race next week.
Now to the main event.
Jordan, what
Sup, dude?
happened? You had it all in the palm of your hands. You looked like you were
Wow.
on a great strategy. Did you pit too early, do you think?
Well, I'd like to say I'm not a man of excuses, but my setup today was just so demanding on the tyres. Like, my tyres were shredded 5 laps in on the ultras, and then I pitted a bit early, and then I like extended my stint with the softs, and they just weren't reacting the way I wanted them to. So yeah, I had to pit at the end, or I would have just crashed out. So I'm happy to take P3, but obviously, you know, it wasn't a good day at the office for me. But you know, well done to Vanya. He did great. He's obviously pretty comfortable with like 50% races. So yeah, fair play to him. And Beaker as well.
Yeah, they both had the strategy of champions in that race.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you set off a blinding qualifying. You had the fastest qualifying pace of anybody else on the track. Are we expecting to see some of the things at Bahrain?
Yeah, I quite like Bahrain, to be fair, myself. And there's no rain usually, so
We
that's
can
a
make
plus,
that
right?
happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
fucking
can
don't even
fix
start.
that.
I'm closer.
I
Yeah,
like
so no, I like Bahrain. So yeah, I like the first half of the calendar because that's what I like usually do on career mode, and then I just kind of forget about it. So
Fair play. That's good.
yeah, it should be good.
Well, hopefully you managed to refine your setup a little bit to be a little bit less demanding on the tyres for the next race. I'm
You're
hoping
gonna
to
have
see
to,
some bigger, better
share
things
some
in
setups.
Bahrain. What was that? Sorry.
You're gonna have to share some setups with me, Ben.
Yeah, I'm a setup god. I'll show you out. Don't worry. We'll do some one-to-one action.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
thank
Still
you
talking
both.
about F1 there.
Yeah, we're definitely talking about F1, and we'll have some private offline chats about the later bits.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Yeah,
You'll
great
always
event
have
as
a piece of my heart.
Me and Jordan are just gonna have to settle down in a hot tub together just for a bit of team building.
Yeah, I think
that
you're gonna have to
doesn't
do
sound
that.
too bad, to be fair.
Or we'll do a grill of the grid.
Oh, that's a good idea right there.
Uh-oh. Now I actually have to do it. No, I'm good. I'm
You're committed. Clip it, guys. You got it in from himself.
Brilliant, guys. Well, thank you very much for taking part in the race, and I look forward to seeing you race next week.
Cool.
No worries,
Cheers
man.
for having me.
Thank you.
Anyways, take care, boys.
Bye bye.
See ya. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Hello.
All right.
That was actually incredible.
That was fun. Yeah.